to Ole Walls House. It's me. It's your man. It's your main man. It's Ole Walls. I'm back with you for episode 131 of Ole Walls House. So, first off, thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support. Thanks for the watches. Thanks for the listens. Remember, YouTube, Apple Pods, Spotify, wherever else you want to get your podcasts. Amazon Prime, I believe, has, or Amazon Music, whatever the hell that one's called. We got it there, too. So, thank you. Thank you to producer Kevy, as always, for getting us on the roll to this, the video world and coaching me through that. If you guys are looking for 20% off Liquid IV, that promo is still rolling. Don't know when it's stopping. So OWH, you know all the deals. 20% off at liquidiv.com or from the link in the show notes below. Promo code O for Ole, W for Walls, H for House. 20% off Liquid IV. And as always, the little housekeeping, if you guys could comment, review, subscribe, share, rate, do all that stuff. It helps me out, so I would appreciate it if you could do that. Hit the like button if you watch it on YouTube. Do all the good stuff for me. All right, we got a fun show coming. We got baseball, we got golf, we got Ryder Cup captaincy, we got House of the Dragon, we got 4th of July stuff, we got albums. So a lot of fun stuff. So let's not wait. Let's just dive right into it. Well, we're going to start off talking some golf. But it's not really going to revolve around the John Deere Classic. We'll get that quick out of the way. Davis Thompson is your winner. I believe that is his first win. I took him as my alternate in my fantasy golf league, so that's fun. Davis Thompson, a 25-year-old young gentleman out of Atlanta, Georgia, and I think he went to Georgia for college, too. Yeah, he went to the University of Georgia. All-American his last 2 years, 2021 Southeastern Conference Player of the Year. So he had a nice college career. Got to start on the Korn Ferry Tour. And he won once on the Korn Ferry Tour in 2022. And then this was his first professional win. He was coming off a T9 at the U.S. Open. So obviously been playing some good golf here. I mean, I did take a look at him this week. But I thought, we're gonna use the alternate on him. Good job, Jordan. Good job. No, the big news in the golf world released on Monday. There were rumors in the morning, and then by mid to late afternoon, working towards the evening, it was confirmed. Keegan Bradley is. I got a little feedback on my mic. I'm gonna stop and just come right back. So Keegan Bradley has been confirmed as the Ryder Cup captain for the 2025 contest at Bethpage Black out on, I believe they consider that Long Island. So Keegan Bradley, a guy who was kind of left as a snub last year in many people's eyes, came out of nowhere, I think. I don't think anyone saw this coming. I didn't even consider it. I didn't really know what they were doing. They kept it pretty quiet. But yeah, Keegan Bradley becomes the Ryder Cup captain. There were some reports that Tiger Woods turned it down. He was, followed by Full Swing, the Netflix show that documents the PGA Tour, and kind of thought he was getting on the team last year and didn't. There were cries of, the boys club was something you heard a lot of. So I don't think you're going to hear any of that. Keegan Bradley has said that he had his bag from the 2012 Ryder Cup, which we absolutely choked away, and has never unpacked it. He said he won't unpack it till he wins a Ryder Cup. Incredible, just absolutely. This is wild. I mean, man, I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. Wow, what a difference. I mean, what a difference a couple minutes makes, just thinking, it's going to be somebody. It's probably not going to be anybody, very inspiring. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if I've wrapped my head around it just yet. I guess I like the boldness. I at least like him taking a swing. It's not just your standard run-of-the-mill. This spot in the captaincy was just, it was lined right up for Phil. Long Island people love him. He had a track record at Bethpage with people liking him. This was set up to be Phil, and now obviously with him defecting to Live and kind of suing the tour and doing all that shit that that kind of, took that out of his hands. So, there was obviously a vacuum, and, Zach Johnson was such an uninspiring choice last year, and then turned out to do an awful job, just an awful job. Beyond being uninspiring of a pick, he was terrible. Because sometimes you see people that are kind of, I think Steve Stricker, you could have considered an uninspiring pick. He was a Wisconsin guy. Okay, well, yeah, but it's Steve Stricker. Like, is he going to really? But then he did a fantastic job. It helps that his team just absolutely fucking dominated and caught a weak European team at the time. And Zach Johnson obviously caught a European team that was on the rise. Like they retooled real quickly. So back to all I was saying, I like the boldness of the pick. There's been numerous times there's been reports that Keegan Bradley has not been everybody's favorite person out on tour. That said, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe, it's not just going to be, the buddy system in picking this. And I do know you got to have a good, you got to have a good team chemistry. I mean, there's talks, it was all the buddy system. And that was probably kind of the reason why Bryson DeChambeau was left off the team last year, was there were thoughts that he wouldn't get along well with the locker room. If he keeps this up, if Bryson keeps this up for next year, I think everyone's got to get the fuck over it. If he doesn't qualify on his own accord, he's currently second, but there's been so little left. But the other interesting thing about Keegan here is he's not that far out. He's currently 24th. He's one spot behind Justin Thomas, 2 spots behind Sam Byrne, 3 behind Will Zalatoris. So, and this pretty much only takes into effect the 3 majors played and the players. So all of next year starts to count. Keegan could very well work himself into a spot where he's one of the top 12 players. It hasn't been announced, but last year they went 6 automatic qualifiers, 6 picks. It's not out of the realm of possibility that he plays himself up into an auto qualifying spot. That's more of a stretch, but it's very, very possible that he plays himself up into that like top 14 spot, where it's a possibility that he's like a legitimate option for a pick, which would be wild if he becomes a playing captain, kind of like Tiger did at the President's Cup over in Australia a couple years back. Obviously, they're not the same player. I'm not comparing them in that sense, but yeah, Keegan Bradley as your 2025 Ryder Cup captain. There were reports that, Bob Herrig, Tiger Woods turned down the captaincy. He took around, here we go. Tiger ultimately took his name out of the running around the same time PGA of America CEO Seth Waugh announced he would not remain in his role. Interesting. He'll be 39. Keegan Bradley will be 39. He'll be the youngest Ryder Cup captain since Arnold Palmer at 34 years old in 1963. Wow. I mean, Keegan has stated he loves this thing. He's talked about it kind of endlessly whenever the topic comes up, that how much he loves the Ryder Cup. He was an absolute electric factory with Phil at Medina. I don't think they had the greatest results the next year. Let me look up the 2014 Ryder Cup, him and Phil. Well, they also got benched for the entire day by Tom Watson that year, I think, which was one of the wilder things that year. Keegan in 2024 or 2014 rather came in with a 3-1 record. They won their first match, lost their second match on Friday, and then, did not play on Saturday at all. What a wild fucking thing. And then he lost to Jamie Donaldson. That was actually the clinching point, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the clinching point when he lost it. So he went 1-2 that year. But, wow. So what's his total Ryder? I don't think he ever played in another Ryder Cup. So I think he's just, 4-3 overall, so not bad, especially considering nobody on the U.S. side has good fucking records, because we fucking lose so often. 2012, 2014 Ryder Cup, and he was on the 2013 President's Cup that was played at Muirfield Village. How'd he do that week? Let's just see. 2-1, 2.5 points. A bunch of people got 3 points. The big cat, got 4 points that year. So, Keegan Bradley, 2025 Ryder Cup captain. It's going to take me a minute. I'll probably have to circle back to some thoughts. It'll be interesting to see where they go with assistant captains. This was really outside the realm because what they've been doing really is like you do assistant captain work before you become a captain. And you might have a shot at the President's Cup. And then you kind of, the assistant captain, circle back on. Do they bring Zach Johnson back on? Is this a kind of a complete overhaul of what the process is going to be? Or was this just such a weird year where it was like, who the hell do you pick? There's kind of the thing where because of how poorly the Ryder Cups have gone the last so many years for the American side, outside of a few years, I mean, if you did go back to the 90s, there's been a couple of years here and there, 2008, 2016, 2021. I mean, outside of that, I mean, oofta. But, like, who's your guys? I mean, you've done Stricker. Tiger's out there. Phil's gone. Matt Kuchar. I mean, I'm looking at the 2014 team, 2014 Ryder Cup team, where you can start to see, some of these guys that you may see. I mean, Bubba's gone. They've done Furyk. You get Jimmy Walker. He's 35. He's not going to. Oh, I think that was at the time. Like I said, Matt Kuchar's. They've done Zach Johnson, Webb Simpson, Hunter Mahan. Like any of those guys, really. Kenny Perry was on a couple of Ryder Cup teams, I think. I mean, if you go back to 2012, again, like where are we going with these guys? Like, what do you got? I mean, again, Tiger, Bubba, Jason Duffner, Webb, Zach Johnson, Kuchar, Phil, Stricker, Furyk, Brandt Snedeker. Like Dustin Johnson's gone. Where? I don't know. Fuck it. I think I'm kind of at that point with this pick. It's like, fuck it. Why not? Like, what's your other option? There is no other option. I've kind of wrapped myself in circles here for the last 9 or 10 minutes, and I think I've come back to the point of, why the fuck not? What else? What else? I guess I'm good with it. I guess that's what else. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's check in with the Cleveland Guardians, who wrapped up a 2-series win week this week. 4-2. Not too shabby. Had been in kind of a little bit of a rough spot lately, it feels like. They are, just 5-5 in their last 10, but 4-2 this week. They split the first 2 games with the White Sox, get the series win in the rubber match, lose the first 2 games with the Giants, and again, win the next 2 to win the series. So series wins. That's what we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. We just want to win series. Keep doing that. Keep winning series. Gavin Williams was back in the lineup on Wednesday. I don't think that one went particularly well for him. Let me double check. I didn't see that game. I ended up playing. Yeah, only 4 innings, allowed 7 hits, 5 earned, 2 walks with 2 strikeouts. So not the best, but it was nice to see him get back out there. He is pitching here any second now as the Cleveland heads to Detroit. So he'll get a second crack at it. Another fun thing last week, Stephen Kwan was hitting some home runs. The All-Star Stephen Kwan. We'll get there in a second. But yeah, Stephen Kwan hitting some home runs. That was always good to see a guy like Stephen Kwan get a little pop off the bat. He's leading the majors. He's finally qualified with enough at-bats to be the league leader in batting average, batting .364, about 40 points ahead of Bobby Witt Jr. at .324 in the AL, and close to 50 points ahead of the National League leader. I'm not even going to say his name. Not even going to say it. Profar? Jurickson Profar. Probably said that really wrong, but, oh well, we'll deal. So, yeah, this was a couple of bad teams. The White Sox, man, they've won 5 games against Cleveland. Maybe it's up to 6 this year. Maybe it's just 5. And they've won like 25 games. How many games have they won now? They're up to 26. Just under a fifth of their wins have come against Cleveland. Absolutely incredible. They're dog shit. They're 26-66. 26-66. They have the worst record in baseball by 6 games. 6 games. They have a winning percentage of .283. .283. Meanwhile, Cleveland, second best record in baseball. best record in the AL still, 56-32 as we sneak up on the All-Star break here. So got a couple of winnable games here this week. Well, obviously more than a couple. I mean, they're playing a few here. Packed schedule. We get the Tigers in Detroit starting tonight, Monday. By the time this comes out, there'll be a game in, and then after that they head to. Gosh, I'm sorry, I am really struggling today. Oofta me. 4-game set with the Tigers. Then when they finish that up on Thursday, they head to Tampa Bay to play the Rays. Again, the Rays, not a great team, 44-46, not a bad team, not good, not great. But, those are some games you're going to want to win. Got to get some wins against these teams. I mean, they're both kind of middling teams. You got 7 games before the All-Star break. See if we can get 5 of them. We can get 5 of them, we can get it rolling. Jose Ramirez, still playing awesome. Josh Naylor, first-time All-Star. David Fry, a first-time All-Star. So, good things still coming out of the team. Jose Ramirez, 3rd in the AL in home runs. Judge out with 32 of them. Wow. Jose's got 23, just behind Gunnar Henderson at 27. Josh Naylor has 21, which is incredible considering how bad this team was at power hitting. Naylor and Ramirez are 2 and 3 in RBIs this year, which is awesome. Again, just trailing Aaron Judge, who has 83 compared to Jose Ramirez is 76. I mean, Jose Ramirez is kind of head and shoulders above everybody else in the AL, except for Aaron Judge. He would be the leader in the NL too, but Aaron Judge is just having himself a year. I just saw that Aaron Judge is now a minus 300 favorite, and anybody else to an AL MVP is plus 300. So I mean, just as long as he keeps going with whatever he's got going, just there's not much hope for anybody else to sneak into that race unless he gets hurt, which you hope he doesn't. Mentioned the All-Star game a couple of times. 5 Cleveland Guardians heading to Texas. 2 will be starters, Jose Ramirez and Steven Kwan. Jose Ramirez's 6th All-Star game appearance. It's funny. There are 2 on the AL All-Star team. It's 5 different teams represented in the starters. 4 teams sent 2 guys, 2 from the Astros, 2 from the Yankees, and 2 from the Baltimore Orioles. So Aldi Rushman and Gunnar Henderson from the Orioles, Jose Altuve, cheater, and Yordan Alvarez from the Astros. The Yankees get Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. And then Steven Kwan makes his first appearance out in the outfield, and Jose Ramirez. Like I said, also on the team for Cleveland, we have Emmanuel Clase making an appearance for him to go with Josh Naylor getting his first appearance, as well as David Fry, a guy who wasn't even in the top 30 prospects in Cleveland's organization after coming up last year. Has really found a nice little lane for himself in that DH utility role. He catches a little bit. So, I mean, he's just been an all over the place kind of guy. He's appeared in 66 games, so not quite as many as the top guys. But he's batting .305. He's slugging at .508. He's got an OPS of 920. I think that's second on the team. Yes, second on the team of anybody who's played significant amounts. He's knocked 8 home runs out there, driven in 33. So he's been productive in his role, and had an incredible month of May, and it's kind of kept a nice kind of run going. So really cool to see that. So five guards. I believe that's third or tied for third. Philly had 7 players selected, and the Dodgers had 6. So almost half of the National League team comes from 2 teams. So very, very impressive. Who all does Philly got? How many starters does Philly have? 1, 2, 3 starters for Philly. Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, and Alec Baum. They are joined by Ranger Suarez, Zach Wheeler, Matt Stram, and Jeff Hoffman. All pitchers other than the starters for them. So good. It's nice when you can have 4 pitchers make the All-Star game. Wowza. And I think I saw something like this. There were how many? 32 first-time selections this year. 32 first-time selections. That's pretty cool. All right. I think that's all I got for guards and baseball this week. Not this month, this week. So we'll keep going. We'll move on to the next here. OWH albums. I know I missed a week. I missed a week last week. I kind of forgot about it. I'm kind of an idiot. I forget things. I'm dumb. What can I say? I think I'm cheating a little bit this week, but I don't care. It's my show. It's my stories. I'm doing what I want. So I don't care. I am going to do a live album. My favorite live album. Goo Goo Dolls live in Buffalo on the 4th of July in the year 2004. 2004. 20 years ago. It's essentially the 20th anniversary. So I figured, you know what? I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it. So, yeah. So that's why it's going to work. This also, like, kind of speaks to me because this is, if you could give me, like, some of my favorite or best lineup of Goo Goo Dolls songs, this is probably it. There were a couple of more songs that came along the way, but, I mean, for the most part, this is, I'm just kind of peeking through the next set of albums. There's a couple of good ones on Let Love In, like Let Love In, Better Days. Let Love In is actually a pretty good CD. I might do that. I had put that as a question mark before, and now that I see it, I think that's going to make it. Their greatest hits volumes. Something for the Rest of Us is fine. There's a couple of good ones on there, but like as a whole, it's not very good. Magnetic, there's like 2 good songs. So this, the live in Buffalo, like what they have to this point, what they play on the set list was fantastic. Then you add to the fact that there's like 60,000 people there. I think it was a free concert that they did in downtown Buffalo, Niagara Square, I believe. They're a Buffalo. They're from Buffalo, so kind of a homecoming, if you will. If there's video of this, I think there was a DVD that came with the CD set that you could buy at the time that had the whole concert, but it's all over YouTube now, and it's pouring at points, just absolutely pouring. When they do their encore and sing Iris, it is fucking a torrential downpour. But I mean, you go through, and these are like, there's not many songs on here. I don't think there's a single song I would get rid of on this set list to put in a different one from what they had. I could put more in. I don't think there's many I could take away. I mean, even the Robbie Takacs songs that he sings, like Smash, Tucked Away, January Friend, those are like my favorites of his too. And there's some like deep cuts on here that I love that don't get nearly enough love for Goo Goo Dolls songs. The 'Cause You're Gone, 1,000 Words kind of mashup, fantastic. 2 Days in February is a great song that never gets any buzz. What a Scene is a fantastic song as well. Then, of course, you've got the hits. Big Machine, Naked, Slide, Think About Me is another underrated song. I told you, Smash, Tucked Away, Black Balloon, Dizzy, Name, Sympathy, Here Is Gone. Here Is Gone, I think, is probably my single favorite Goo Goo Dolls song. That song is fantastic, and I think it's their best. I do love What a Scene, too. Acoustic number 3, Broadway might be better. Broadway might be better than Here Is Gone. And then Iris and the Give a Little Bit cover that they did. But just all in all, like, the whole thing's incredible. It's a good performance. He does a good job live. I actually saw these guys a year or two, maybe 2 years ago now. Still pretty good. Played the hits. Like, I gotta appreciate it. He played a lot of the songs I just listed at his concert a year or two ago, and they released, 4 or 5 albums since then. And, he mixed in new stuff. You gotta do it, I guess. Gotta do it. But, still played the hits. Started with the hits, ended with the hits, mixed some new stuff in along the way. So I appreciate that. But, went with the hits here. This is my favorite. This is my favorite era of the Goo Goo Dolls. The concert's incredible. The crowd's into it. The crowd's singing Iris along with them at the end. Again, it's absolutely fucking pouring at points in this. So it says on the thing that they actually they got pulled off stage at one point, and there is the vocal of the guy screaming, "We'll be right back." and then they actually had to skip 3 songs. I'm very interested to know what 3 songs they were, and that they were going to play a 22 or like a 21 set show. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, just I love it. I love it. So I don't care if it's cheating. It's like the 20th anniversary. It's my show, damn it. I'm doing what I want. All right, let's keep going. Time for some passing thoughts. Oh man, a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Let's start with some pro wrestling. We had Money in the Bank over the weekend. Fun show. I spun through it and watched it. Drew McIntyre wins the Money in the Bank match. Money in the Bank matches are always fun. I enjoyed Jey Uso's entrance. I liked LA Knights. I enjoyed the Yeet Yeah chant as they were punching each other. What else had the Drew McIntyre? Thank you, with the box, the Money in the Bank contract, tries to cash in. CM Punk comes and ruin it for him. I don't know how I feel about this because I don't know that Punk's gonna get what's coming for him because like Punk's kind of playing the face here, but like in how I would think it should work is that Punk keeps screwing Drew McIntyre out of titles and he screws him at WrestleMania. He then screws Seth Rollins kind of in a way because this was Seth Rollins' last chance at Damian Priest. Damian Priest also totally just didn't kick out at 3. And, if it was, Seth Rollins should have won if you look at it that way. But now Seth Rollins is getting screwed by CM Punk, but CM Punk's kind of playing the face in this. And it seems like CM Punk should like kind of get what's coming for him, but he's not. So I don't know. Also, we had the tag team match at the end with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens teaming up with Cody Rhodes to take on the new bloodline led by the new tribal chief. Not my tribal chief. He's not my tribal chief. I only got one tribal chief. It's Roman Reigns. But it'll be interesting when Reigns is going to come back. SummerSlam's right around the corner. So I would think he comes back for SummerSlam and gets involved in this bloodline stuff. Who knows? I don't know if he's ready to come back, but man, I don't know. I think it has to happen, but I mean, do they have Solo Sikoa win the title and then he comes back? I don't know. That's a pretty quick run for Cody Rhodes. I would love to see LA Knight get a chance, maybe at the other title, maybe at like the Damian Priest title. That seems wrapped up in like the Drew McIntyre storyline. Maybe he gets like a U.S. title or an Intercontinental title run. Braun Breaker did not get it done against Sami Zayn. So, all right, that's all I got. Wrestling's fun right now. Wrestling's fun. I tune in. I'm still not super following it, but I may or may not have booked a hotel for Royal Rumble 2025. That may or may not have happened. Don't know. Here's a song I caught. Sawed Off Shotgun, SOS. It's the Glorious Sons, I believe. Yeah, the Glorious Sons. And the song Sawed Off Shotgun. I don't know anything about these guys. I heard the song, though, the other day. And it's good. I like it. I'm going to have to look more into the Glorious Sons. So if you're looking for a new song, check out Sawed Off Shotgun. SOS, I think is how it is. S.O.S. What else? I watched the Ghostbusters movie Afterlife. Not bad. I've heard the new one, Frozen Empire, was really good. My nephew told me that. And my brother. Mostly my nephew, I think. But so I checked out Afterlife. Not bad at all. Paul Rudd, a little different Paul Rudd character. He's not just a complete idiot. He was actually a smart guy. So, there's that. And you get all the appearance by Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray. And, oh gosh, what's the other guy? What's the other guy's name? Shit. Now I gotta look it up. I forget the other Ghostbusters name. The other two, well, there's actually 2. Oh, fuck. What are their names? Harold Ramis was the guy who died. Who's the other one? Ernie Hudson. Gosh, I can't believe I forgot Ernie Hudson. Ernie Hudson isn't... I just looked him up here. He is jacked. He's 78. He's yoked. What else is he in? He's in Miscongeniality. Okay. What else is he in? Gosh, he's in something else I know of. No, man. Obviously, Ghostbusters. Miscongeniality. He's in a lot of stuff. My man does some work. Wowza. He was in the Ghostbusters reboot. TV show. He was in Dukes of Hazzard. I mean, this guy's Wikipedia. Hang on. I gotta share this. Look at the Homeboy's Wikipedia page. You want to talk about a guy? Let's get back to the top. I mean, we started in 76. Look at this thing. We're deep. We're only in the 90s. He just keeps going. I mean, jeez. My guy is working. He's doing like 4 or 5 movies. 2012. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies. I mean, I know he's not like ever like the biggest part. I mean, 2021. He did 3. 2022 and 2023 did multiple. I mean, then we get to the TV shows. I mean, a lot of these are just a single episode, but my guy's getting it. He played James Jordan in Michael Jordan in American Hero. A television film that aired on Fox Family Channel. How about it? Lackawanna Blues. Played Dick Barrymore. This guy is a worker. He was in How I Met Your Mother for an episode. I started watching that. Started rewatching. Not bad. I mean, look at this. Grace and Frank. The wife knew him from Grace and Frankie. I apologize. The roommate. So, yeah. So that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. What else? Ooh, we got some deli meat, and then we got some rolls from the bakery area of the grocery store, not just like the regular rolls on the shelf, like the fresh baked one. Ooh. I also did see that the roommate was whipping up some of her homemade bread today. Looking forward to that this week. Also going to be making some hibachi out on the Blackstone tonight. I'm already pumped for it. Haven't even started making it. I know there's yum yum sauce in the fridge. We made the rice early. We're going to be ready to go here. We're going to be ready to go. Oh gosh, I was going to physical therapy. The knee's progressing, and the physical therapy place. There's a very clear. You come in one opening entrance and you leave the exits. It circles around the building, and the parking spots are all angled. So if you come in the first entrance, you pull in, and they're like angled like that. They angle in 2 different ways so that you back out and just drive around. So I'm pulling in, coming off the main street in my town. People are behind me. They're not going crazy fast. It's only like a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. Like, I'm trying to get out of the road. So I pull in. I see this lady backing up. Well, start to back up. I'm like, okay, I'll just stop right here. This old bat backs up. And instead of like going the right way, she tries to go out the entrance. So now she's trying to back up. I'm trying to get out of the way so she has room. But I'm kind of creeping up on her as I do it. Then I'm trying to back up. And she looks pissed. I'm confused. I'm like, I don't know what we're doing here. Like, what's the goal? Like, what's the idea here? What's your plan? Because you don't have a plan, it doesn't seem like. Next thing I know, she absolutely fucking smokes the railing. A brand new railing they put in. It's painted orange at the moment. They must be still doing some stuff to it. And she just absolutely rams into it with her car. It was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Ooh, my town has an incredible 4th of July party. Like, they start on Thursday. The beer tent opens at noon. They run bands Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They stop at Sunday at 5, and then the beer tent closes at 7:30. But on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, that shit is open till midnight, and they got bands going till midnight. They have bands that start at 10 o'clock. I don't make it to 10 o'clock. I usually we caught the Sunday shift. Sunday shift was a little eh. Caught the very start of one, I think Friday, I think. She was pretty good. They get some good bands in there. Place is rocking. There's a fireworks display, a very nice one. It was a little shorter this year, it felt. I don't know, maybe not. What's beautiful for me, I can just go out to my front yard, and there's a perfect gap of trees right to where they do this. It's on a little, they call it a lake. It's a big pond, essentially, in town. But yeah, I don't even have to leave the house for the fireworks. I just go sit out in the front yard. And I thank the Lord every day that my dog is not even fazed by fireworks. Doesn't even acknowledge them. This year, he acknowledged them more than he ever has by looking at the light. Usually he just comes outside and sleeps on the ground the whole time and doesn't even look at it. This year he looked at the light and he's like, oh, there's something happening. Speaking of the devil, I thought I heard him come running down here. One more thing before I do Hot D. Oh, Money in the Bank. John Cena announced a retirement. He's done at WrestleMania next year. I'm hurt. I'm hurt inside. I was sad. John Cena, leader of C Nation. That's sad, but it's cool that he's giving us like a little heads up, and he's like, I'm going out on like a retirement tour, and he's going to be at Royal Rumble, and he's going to be at WrestleMania, so at least we kind of know, and we can kind of keep our eye on it. This last thing before Hot D, I started a new fantasy football league, a dynasty league. The draft is going right now. Each draft pick can last up to 8 hours. This is really interesting for me. I've never done one of these. The draft order so far has gone Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, C.J. Stroud, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson. I had the 7th pick. I took Joe Burrow. Then it went Caleb Williams, Anthony Richardson, Jamar Chase. I don't know how I feel about I'm already like second guessing my Joe Burrow, but he felt like the next guy to take in the quarterback like range. I mean, the best ones were already off the board, but he feels like he's kind of there. Maybe I got him maybe if he avoids any more injuries, which is a big if because he's injured all the time, then we'll be all right. But if not, I may have fucked up my dynasty team with my first pick. But I mean, what else am I going to do? I thought about Jordan Love, but Joe Burrow was sitting there. I don't know. Maybe if it gets back to me and Jordan Love's still there, I'm going to take him too, and I'll just go that route. Because I think I need multiple quarterbacks anyway, so who knows? I'm going to be really bad at this, I think. I don't know. All right, let's do Hot D. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Season 2, Episode 4 of House of the Dragon, and you don't want spoilers, the rest of Passing Thoughts is going to be this. If you want to come back for closing time afterwards, fine. But, if you're out, and you don't want spoilers, you can turn off the pod now. See you next week. We'll be back. All right. Hot D. We had an episode this week, people. We had an episode. The roommate had forgot about it again. That's her weekly ritual. Is that she... I heard this noise, and it's my dog just chugging water. So the roommate has a weekly ritual of forgetting that Hot D is on Sundays, and I'm like, hey, we're watching tonight, right? And she's like, oh, I don't know. Do we have to? I'm like, yes, we have to. We're not waiting. And so I convince her, as I always do, and we watch. And man, was I glad that we watched, because that was a hell of an episode. We had battles. We had, people talking. We had Rhaenyra returning from her little gallivanting trip out into King's Landing to talk to the Queen, and now she knows. She's like, hey, it's on. There's no more stopping it. We're fighting. Then we got my gal, Rhaenys. She says to Rhaenyra, because Rhaenyra's going to get out on her dragon to go to Rookstone, I think it was, to help stand up for Rookstone. But Rhaenys is like, you can't go. So the little boy, Jacaerys, I'm going to call him Jackson. Jackson, he's like, I'm going. And finally, Rhaenys gets in and gets her way. She was kind of pissy at her husband because his bastard apparently is the one who saved him. But yeah, so then in King's Landing, we got Aegon, the king. He's all pissy. He's getting pissed because no one's listening to him. Aemond, and Kristen Cole are like planning the war behind him, and he wants him to go to Harrenhal. Meanwhile, out in Harrenhal, we got Daemon seeing shit, talking to that weird lady again, chopping people's heads off, telling the little Glover boy to smother his grandfather with a pillow so that he can be of use to him. Oh God, that was great. He's like, just smother him with a pillow. Get your inheritance early. So then we get to this battle. Before the battle, Aegon is bitching to his mother about it. Meanwhile, she's taking abortion juice, so she ain't having no more Kristen Cole or any Kristen Cole babies. I don't think she has any. Well, fucking Clubfoot's over there. He's little fingering. It's little fingering. That's what the roommate and I do when we see people little fingering. We started with little finger, but then Aegon talks to her and she's like, "Just sit there, shut up, and do nothing. Just don't fuck it up." So then he gets all fucking pissed. He's like, "I'm fucking suiting up, bitches. I'm going out there." It was the saddest thing, though. The dragon, like, gave him a little nudge, like, kind of nuzzled him, like when your dog comes up to you and just kind of boops you. Oh. So, Rhaenys, the queen that never was. Rhaenys shows up. I think hers is Melee's. And she's, like, giving her a hug. They're really, they're really driving it home. They love these fucking dragons. I was a little sad. About why these dragons were going down, but yeah, she shows up and she's torching everybody. And then you find out, eventually, that Aemond is there with Vhagar, that big motherfucker. Biggest dragon in the world. Biggest dragon in the world, I believe. And this fucker is hiding in the woods. They've been chopping trees down to hide him in. How the fuck did they sneak him in, by the way? Did we not notice the giant-ass fucking dragon? And then little bitch boy, the little Hightower fucking cunt, he's bitching, "We can't go out there in the day. We're sitting ducks for dragons." And Kristen Cole's like, "We're fucking doing it." Because he wants to draw one out so they can have Vhagar kill him. But here we go. In comes Aegon on his little dragon. Thing looks tiny compared to Rhaenys' Melee's. I think it's a Sunfire. Well, next thing you know, she's fucking chopping him up. She is just going to work on Aegon's. And then out comes Aemond with Vhagar. He's torching both of them. Did he mean it? Wasn't it? I don't think it was an accident. I think Homeboy's like, if I can take him out while I take another one out, that's a win for me too. Then I'm next in line for the throne. So Aegon goes down. I don't think Aegon is dead. I think there's going to be questions of his abilities to continue to rule as king, but I don't think he's dead yet. They didn't show the body. They didn't show the death. Like, Rhaenys, she's down. She fell backwards. They made a big point to show her kind of accepting her fate. Her dragon looked back at her after pretty much getting decapitated. And then they blow up when they land. It's like a bomb when they go down. So we got a couple of dragons down. The dragon war is on. The dance of the dragons. Fun episode. Can't wait till next week. We only have 4 left, I think. I think they're only doing 8 episodes this week. 4 left is all. There's a lot more people dying. I think everybody's going to die. There's going to be so much death. So many people are going to die. One of these little fucking kids is going to end up, like one of the little babies is going to end up as the fucking leader here. It'll be wild. All right, let's go close this thing up. I think that wraps it up for us. Closing time, everybody. Just want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. As always, rate, review, comment, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. But yeah, thank you. We're going to be back next week. We got the Scottish Open this week? I think the Scottish Open is this week. And then the British is next week. Yes, Scottish Open this week at the Renaissance Club over in Scotland. So we got some good golf. Got the final week of baseball before they go to the All-Star break. We got another Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones, another House of the Dragon. We might do another album. So a lot of fun stuff. So appreciate all you guys. Appreciate producer Kevy. Wrestling's hot right now, and they have some wrestling reports next week too. So till next week, peace.